Alright. Oh yeah, no, that's how this video is starting for sure. Alright, so this this is how to... Nope, that's not how this video is starting at all. Hey there everybody. This is how I make a fillacello. I've already actually started, made myself a can out of 26 by 4 millimeter tubing. I am using 9.5 by 2 blow tube. I tend to use 12 by 2.2, but it's just what I had. And I've started, I put 2 lines, as you can see. Made myself a little section with what I call the bottom line and the top line. Now, the bottom line, that's going to be the border of the entire pendant, and the top line is just a marker for us to tear away our termination point later, and I'll get to that later. Now, to make those lines, you're going to do the same thing I'm just about to do, except you're going to be spinning your tubing, obviously, so any of you that have already used some stringers will know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to now show you some of the prep I made. So I've got some thicker stringers in color. Teeny tiny stringers in black. You're going to connect up just as you would pull any stringer. Connect up. You're going to heat up only about a fingernail size of glass. Get it nice and hot. What I call worming. You can really move it around. It's extremely malleable. And just enough. It's about a finger size amount. And as soon as that's hot, I kind of messed up, so I'm going to go back and flame. But as soon as it's hot, you come out and you just start pulling. And getting the thickness, all the thickness is about speed. So the faster you pull your stringer, the thinner it's going to be. Break these guys off. It actually will cool down very quickly because it's super thin. There we go. So I got myself a little stringer there. Now I'm going to go warm up the section I'm going to be working. Kick up my propane a little bit so that it's just a little wider of a flame, bigger flame. Not to mess with it too much. Warm up the section a little bit. You don't want to malleable, you don't want to move it. You just want to heat it up and warm through to prevent from cracking. You take a real tiny flame, so the guy really tiny flame. We have this little tiny string. I'm going to bring them all the way out here. You see a little bit of blue here, but out here there's pretty much nothing, but it will still melt my piece. Even though there's pretty much no flame here, you can still definitely move the section. So I'm going to get that flame rubbing up against the section I have here. I'm going to find what I call the sweet spot. Right where I can kind of warm the section I'm working on, but still just barely get hot and tip. This guy, I'm going to find where I'm going to connect to my first one. Come up. Sometimes your flame will spurt a little bit. Propane. Let's kick a little more propane in. There we go. So I'll attach up, keeping that flame behind me. I'm going to basically just fall into the flame using gravity. You'll fall down into it as you push your can up, staying in your sweet spot. Now I'll kick my propane up a little bit and warm this guy up. I'll do that again, finding my sweet spot all the way out here. What I like to do for my second one and my third one, my fourth actually, is that I find reference dots. So I'll try, because there's a little bit of an optical illusion through the glass, I'll tap where I think my opposite end is. So I'm going to do one line first and then I do a line on the opposite side. So I'm going to tap where I think it is. I was pretty spot on, but I believe I was a millimeter a little farther over to the left. So I'm going to come down here and I'll attach up about a millimeter closer to my right. And then I'll come down, and again, finding my sweet spot, I just will fall into the flame, watch that melt down. I'll warm this guy up, making sure after I've drawn that he's warmed up a little bit, melt it down a little bit to prevent stress. See now, one line I was just working on, the opposite line on the other side. Top to bottom, whole section of the color. You want to go past the little lines, the bottom line and the top line that you originally drew. You want to go past those just slightly, so the center of the flame passes them. Keep going back and forth, and I like to spin my left hand a little bit faster, start twisting them up a bit. Second set of lines, you want to go from left to right or right to left. You don't want to do the same thing that I just did with the first one, going from one side to the other side, because you may link up the wrong line. So you're going to be linking top and bottom right here, and each one next to each other is going to link up. So just try to get the middle as close as I can to perfect, and then I'll tweak the top and bottom.